Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about President Biden and his suggestions for the Supreme Court of the United States. And what we're going to do is go through just kind of an outline of what the suggestions are. We will talk about whether or not you're likely to see them during his term. We'll talk about why they came out in the way that they did and what Biden is hoping to accomplish here. Okay, so just a quick recap if you've missed the lead up to this. For quite some time, the rumor mill has said that the Biden administration is going to announce reforms for the Supreme Court of the United States. Recently, the rumor mill shifted to it's going to come out this week. So I guess today counts. In the suggested changes, the biggest, the most consequential, is that Supreme Court justices would no longer be appointed for life. They would be appointed for terms of 18 years, meaning that each president would appoint a Supreme Court justice every 2 years. This is something that has been suggested for a very long time as a method of depoliticizing the court. Long before people were saying pack the court, this was something that was being suggested. So you have that. And the idea is that on a long enough timeline, it would create equilibrium. And it would no longer be a political thing. Good luck, but that's the idea. The next suggestion is a binding enforceable code of ethics. You already see some movement on this in Congress. The third thing is a constitutional amendment, basically just getting rid of the immunity ruling. I've already gotten messages about this saying that it's unconstitutional. No, if you amend the Constitution, it is literally constitutional. That's how it works. Okay, so that's it. That's the rough sketch. And this came out along with an op-ed basically saying that, hey, people are really questioning the legitimacy of the court, paraphrasing. Are you likely to see any of this during Biden's term? No, almost impossible. I don't want to say it is totally impossible, but it is incredibly, incredibly unlikely. So why did he do it? 3 reasons. First, legacy building. Biden is very aware of his legacy. He has a large legislative legacy, much larger than people think it is, to be honest, that he can build off of. This is him setting the stage and saying, hey, if I had another 4 years, I would do this too. Presidents do this when they're fairly certain these changes are going to occur. That way they get linked to them in the history books and it builds their legacy. And that's what he's doing right now. He is trying to build that legacy and build it big. The second part is it helps set the stage. It helps with political capital. Think about it. You had a constitutional amendment introduced and it barely got any coverage because it doesn't have the political capital. I bet people talk about it now. That's the other part. Actually kind of using the political capital he has to get the ball rolling on this. And then the third thing is the election. He is very aware that the American people have questions about the Supreme Court. In his op-ed, in his statements, that's very apparent. Doing this says that his administration, and by extension Harris, has a plan. And he's helping with the election in that way. That's what this is about. Don't expect to see any of this soon, but the way it's being tied in, Biden expects this to occur at some point in the near enough future to be linked back to him and his legacy. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.